So how are you feeling? How is everything going with you right now?
Everything's going okay. I had a long day at court and then the police station. So it's been a day.
Okay, now let's talk about how did you meet Ryan Moody? Let's talk about that first.
Oh, okay. So he slid into my DMs.
Hugh Madbro came out in SGM's chat, talked about Gorlicbread was doing the same thing to her. And then after, he was telling some anecdote about a girl that he was recently talking to. He said someone with the first name of K.
Yeah, from a shutdown safety account. And it's funny because he was kind of like, when I first saw him, I was like, no. But he was persistent.
With the first name of K was speaking to him, asking him about the situation between me and Breezy. And the way he was talking about her, I could tell that was probably another one too.
And so when Ryan Moody, aka Gorlicbread, in the Madden, did you know that he played the video game Madden?
No. He DM'd me. It was just kind of like, huh? Like, I didn't understand. And then I remember he brought up Foodie Beauty, something about, I had taken a picture when I was on a little getaway on a vacation of like me in a bikini. And I remember then he DM'd me and he was like, oh, you're encouraging Foodie Beauty to not wear pants anymore. And it was just, I didn't understand why somebody with all sports on their Twitter knew about Foodie Beauty, but we just started talking from there.
Me and him were on the phone for several hours just talking about, like, was this fake? Was this real? What was this? Type of thing, right? And he was like, what do I need to do to make you trust me?
He asked to be engaged with you 5 times.
Okay, so I remember telling my mom, because I'm still new to the YouTube world. So it was kind of exciting for me because he brought up in a way that he wanted to, like, he had a bigger channel that came up later, and he kind of wanted to be my manager. That's how he addressed it.
He gives me advice on, like, the legal parts of YouTube that I don't understand. Monetization or how to troubleshoot certain things.
And so I remember eventually maybe a day or so after that, I was like, okay, well, I guess, it's okay to give my number, which never do that, you guys. Never do that. And then we started talking on the phone. And then we started talking on the phone daily. And then as much as possible, then we would fall asleep on the phone together. I remember within the first week of talking, he told me he loved me. And I hung up on him. And that was like a running joke in our little relationship. He was like, the first time I told you I loved you, you hung up on me. Well, yeah, I didn't know what to say. We knew each other for a week.
Breezy made a video, and based on her side of the story that she knows, she thinks I'm a homewrecker. So I look like a homewrecker. You said you were single for 3 years and never once mentioned her name to me.
So many things that Jessica said that they did together, like fell asleep watching Netflix. Like, I had to sign him into my Netflix account because he didn't have a Netflix. And so we would watch movies together and fall asleep on the phone.
When did you find out that Ryan Moody was like a creep? Was it when he was hanging up on you on the phone, when he was like, okay, babe, I'm going to sleep, and then you guys would hang up, and then you would find him in other girls Gorlic chats and stuff like that? That's when you kind of said, wait a minute, you said you're hanging up, you're sleeping, but you're out here looking at other girls on YouTube.
There was one night he supposedly fell asleep on the phone, and he did like one snore, then it went click, the phone died, and I was like, So then I remember I happened to go into Jessica Muska's chat, and he was in there typing away, flirting away.
He called me as soon as the live ended. He called me like 10 times, and we talked for several hours after it.
And I called him, and he was like, hello, like pretending he was asleep. And he's like, why are you calling me at this hour? I was like, you're in Jessica Muska's chat. Wow. I see you didn't fall asleep.
We talk for several hours every night. We fall asleep on the phone together. We watch cartoons together. We watch YouTube videos together.
And he was like, that's not me. Do you know who I am? Do you know how many people make accounts of me? And so there was just weird things, or like he would do that, and I knew he talks to Kaya Simons, and then I would see him in her chat. So it was just like weird things like that.
He definitely was trying to get with me. A lot of the stuff that she was saying in her video that she deleted, he says the same exact things to me. But the problem is, like, I didn't fall for it like that.
How does an online proposal even work?
Well, I showed you the text, how at first he would start saying, will you come here so I could put a ring on your finger? And that's like how his text started. And then eventually, I think he asked me to marry him on the phone or during a DM. I don't even remember at this point because he always talked about it so much. But I remember one day he told me, oh, you'll never guess what I just did. I was like, what? He's like, I went somewhere and got you a pretty blue box. And he was like, but I can't say the rest. And I was like, what? You went like... you went to Tiffany's and got me something? He's like, yeah. He's like, if I got you a ring, like, would that be too soon?
Like, basically, I dead ass think that Garlic studies women with YouTube channels, because then you know what they like, or like how they are emotionally, or what their weaknesses are, or what their strengths are.
I truly believe he studies people. Like, I know he was watching my channel for a while, but he like love bombs you, and he did the whole like, oh, I'm sober too, so I totally get you as a person. And I don't know, it's just, this whole thing is wild.
He gives me advice on like the legal parts of YouTube that I don't understand, monetization, or how to troubleshoot certain things.
Oh, things started getting really weird. Like, I'd send him like cute pictures of me posing and like not even get like, oh, you look pretty back. Like, things just got really weird. Or we would usually fall asleep on the phone together, and he would make up that he had to take his mom to like Victoria's Secret in the morning, or to pay off her credit card. Like, okay, weird things.
Hold on, back up. Why is a man taking his mom to Victoria's Secret?